This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
Hi, good morning. Oh, look, there he is.
Can't even do it.
Is he even on?
I was going to be all cool. I was experimenting before we started with that. Back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in the legendary Levittown. And we have the legendary Andy Plajanos alongside the not-so-legendary me and Sallie. Coming at you live on govsradio.com. That is the website where you can see our show live right now, along with all the other great shows on govsradio.com. Govs Comedy Club Radio, that is the Facebook page. That's the name of the YouTube channel, too. You can see our show there live right now as well. Those are the three places you can see our show. We thank you for tuning in. But if you don't want to watch on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer, you want to sit back on your couch and you want to scratch Andy's face and snuggle up with him and share
nice.
ice cream soda.
Too chilly.
Excuse me. Well, if you have a smart TV, a Roku, a Fire Stick, or any of those smart things, you can download an app called Boxcast. And on Boxcast, you can see all the great Govs Radio shows. Just like this show, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Just like Films on Tap. That's on tonight at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
9
o'clock. All the great shows here at govsradio.com. Right there on Boxcast. As our good friends Dr. Ken Pichelle and Dr. Don Sill say, we on TV, y'all! There you go.
On TV!
Y'all! Where'd you go? How come we don't see him? Did you cover yourself up?
I'm sharing the show.
Oh, okay. No problem. I just want to make sure there were no...
Sorry.
And thank you.
Go ahead and share while I'm rambling on. I just want to make sure there was no technical difficulty, as usual. So you saw the Teespring commercial. Teespring.com. That's where you can get some Govs Radio swag. Please get some Govs Radio swag. And take a picture of yourself with your Govs Radio swag and send it to us on Facebook. And guess what? You'll get yourself a free pass to any of the three great Governor's Comedy Clubs right here on Long Island. Levittown, Belmore, and Bohemia. Those are the places where the clubs are. You'll get yourself a free pass as soon as the clubs open again. Govs.com is the website for the club. You can find out what's happening when they're opening again and what's cooking with their virtual shows. Govsradio.com is our website. That's where you'll see our shows and get all the information, our scheduling, whatever you need to know about us. And there you go. And please, as you see above, Sallie said there, please like and share our shows. Hit those likes, hit those hearts, and share it to every page you can possibly find. Tell everybody you know about all the fun shows here at govsradio.com, especially this one since it's on right now, this very second. And then our ad man, Dr. Ken Pichelle, he'll be joining us shortly to do all the ads as Andy is fingering something.
Woohoo.
I'm playing with the camera.
Oh.
I don't want to get us muted.
Yeah, true. All right, well, I think that covers everything, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's get right into this. And again, please like and share the show. We thank you for doing that. Once Sallie is done sharing, I'll get the comments up. We can say hi to everybody. But let's get right into things with Mr. Andy Plajanos, who's with us every Friday.
Yay!
I told you, you have some splaining to do, Lucy.
What? What? He's not like
Yeah.
5 seconds. You're gonna start yelling at him?
I'm not yelling at him. I just said he has some explaining to do.
I'm totally ready for this because Tony is anti-nerd anyway. So why not just start off by knocking his proverbial dick in the dirt with
Oh, I
some science
love
stuff.
that little dirty dick.
Oh, well, all right. Well, hang on. Before we get into that, perfect timing. We're getting a phone call.
Oh.
Ooh.
Good morning, DJ D-Love.
Hello, Tony.
Hi.
How are you, pal?
Good, how you doing, bud?
Doing all right. Getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, no, how you been?
So, and you're going to be celebrating this weekend, right? Because you're not quarantining anymore?
Nope.
Very nice. You must be excited about that.
Go around
So,
to
actually,
people.
good news, Tony. I had my second shot on Wednesday, and I feel 100% good.
Oh, you had your first shot already, and now you're going for your second shot on Wednesday?
You're not
I just
90
did it. I had
years
it.
old.
I just had it on Wednesday.
Wow. How was it getting the first shot? Did it hurt?
Yeah, actually, the first shot, and the second shot hurt.
And how
First shot, and second.
how
The
did you
first shot, second shot hurt.
how did you feel after getting the first shot? Did you feel okay?
So, yeah, I feel great. I still feel good.
Oh, wow, you're lucky. Look at you. Wow, you're a pretty important guy. You get the vaccine so early.
I know, I'm lucky.
Well, you are DJ D-Love. Did anybody say to you, oh, hey, aren't you DJ D-Love?
Yes, right, I am.
So, yeah, you got some celebrating to do this weekend, man.
Yep.
You're going to go out.
So what day we doing my show, mister?
We are going to do your show on your birthday in August.
Can I come there?
Yes, because I think by then it'll most likely be safe to come in and do it. So that's,
So I should be there by 10 o'clock then.
Yes, on your birthday.
yes.
Yes.
So, all right, so that's good, right?
That's perfect. That'd be great.
Okay, cool. We'll have plenty of time to prepare and get this going.
Yeah, that'd be really good. That'd be awesome.
Cool. All right, so let's kick this off right, man. Let's get some DJ D-Love beats.
I got some for you right now. I got something about Gubs Radio. Yo, I'm watching Gubs Radio on my Xbox on YouTube. Man, I'm not playing that, man. Tell Ken Michelle, he looks like a dirtbag, man. That's crazy.
Oh.
But he's pretty cool, though, man. Ken Michelle is number one, man. I don't care, but I don't care. Knockem dead. I love my show, man. DJ loves dead. Peace, dude. Ken Michelle is number one fan. There you go.
Are you talking about Ken Pichelle right now?
Yeah.
That's not Ken Pichelle. That's Andy Plajanos.
I could probably do a little bit of a Ken.
So what's up, guys? How you doing?
If I needed to do.
I'm watching you guys on right now. I'm watching you guys on
There,
my Xbox One
Nice.
on YouTube.
Okay. Well, that was great. Thanks for those. Thanks for those beats. And you're starting like a turf war here. You're like a East Coast West Coast rap battle here with by calling him a dirtbag. But we'll see what his response is, and we'll let you go. We'll let you see it on your Xbox.
I just want you guys right now. If you I complain things.
All
Pretty
right.
cool.
All right. Very nice. Well, thanks, pal.
Oh, good news too, guys. Guess
Yeah.
what? Maybe next month I'm going to the New Kid on the Block shows.
Oh yeah, they're going to be doing shows next month.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, keep us updated on that. We'd love to see that.
In someone's backyard
I
with only 10
think it's
people.
going to be the 25th, I think.
The 25th of February. And where's it going to be?
I'm going to be in, oh my God, I can't remember. Fenway Park.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Fenway Park.
Oh, Fenway Park. So
Yeah.
it is going to be up there in Boston. Okay.
Yep, it's going to be in Boston.
All right. Well, hopefully that happens. Keep us updated.
I will definitely keep updated.
Okay,
There's one
pal.
more thing before I go.
Okay.
There's one more thing before I go. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. You suckers! Peace, guys. I love you guys.
Peace
Oh,
out,
one more
pal. Have a
thing.
great weekend.
And one more thing I like to say. One more thing.
Yep.
I like to say a big shout out to my friend,
Sally.
Jeff Jillick.
Your best friend, Sally.
No, my best friend Felix
Best
and
friend
Sallie.
Tony.
Well, if you make food for him like Felix does, then you'll be his best friend.
All right, he
My
could be your
best
best
friend
friend.
Sallie and Felix and Tony.
Very nice.
I married him and his husband. That's not better than a black and white cookie?
No.
Have you had Chef Felix's black and white cookies?
Love you guys.
Exactly.
See you guys later.
All right, then, DJ D-Love, see you later.
I heard that, Tony.
because
I
Yes.
stopped myself. You got me.
He said it.
Suckers.
Bye.
You suckers. Good night, Tony. I love you. Good night, Tony.
I love you too. That's so funny.
All right. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
Now that we've established that I'm Ken Pichelle,
Today's episode of the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show features our friend Dirtbag, our other friend Dirtbag.
It's mayhem around here.
This
Look
is
at
my brother Dirtbag and my other brother Dirtbag. What? DJ.
Wow.
So he called you a dirtbag. I haven't
no,
heard that.
not me. He called
I know,
Andy. Oh,
I know, but I
yeah.
haven't heard the term dirtbag since junior high.
Really?
Yeah. That's so
Dirtbag.
funny.
Oh my God.
You know what happened, Sally? I mean, the word started with D and ended with bag, but he said dirtbag because he was making reference to me, so it just automatically sanitizes.
Ah, you see
all
that?
right.
See?
He really did say something else.
You
I
grew up
think
in
he's right.
Connecticut,
Right,
right?
I did grow up
Well,
in
when-
Connecticut.
Did
yes.
you have the term dirtbag around? Because it was very common to say dirtbag here on Long Island. I don't know if it was like
And
everywhere.
burnout. What a
Yeah.
burnout.
They're the burnout crowd. They're the dirtbag crowd.
Sounds familiar.
I was a dirtbag for sure myself.
You were?
No, I don't
Yes.
believe that for a second.
I couldn't make
You
eye
know, with
contact with the
Ken-
dirtbags. I was too afraid.
With Ken around, like, watch, I'm gonna say dirtbag. See, but I keep on trying to say dirtbag.
See? It's
I
crazy.
can't say dirtbag without it automatically going dirtbag.
You know, that is really ducked up. Yeah, that's something.
See?
That's
See, I told you.
amazing. Holy shoot.
Can you believe this stuff?
It's stunning, really.
so
And I even feel like I just showered because I've been sanitized. Like even physically, I feel clean.
he still smells.
Welcome to the
Television.
Dirtbag Club, Tony.
The dirtbag crowd had like those chains that like they had like the chain from like one hoop on their jeans to another. I don't know, like it attached to their wallet or something. Did you carry one of those with a bandana hanging around?
I had a lot of
Probably tried.
bandanas. I had a lot of bandanas.
Yeah, you were a dirtbag then.
Yeah.
I used to wear a bandana in my hair like Madonna did because I thought it was really groovy.
With an Iron Maiden T-shirt and those denim jackets with the Def Leppard
oh
designs
yeah.
on the back.
The patches, the rock band patches.
Yep. See, perfect. See, look at this. I may be old, but at least I got to see all the cool bands.
That's right. Fridays on Knockem Dead, Sallie and the Three Dirtbags, and probably a pizza place. And a pizza place.
Yo, definitely a pizza place.
Suckers.
One girl, three dirtbags, and a pizza place. Suckers.
Suckers. All right, let's get those ads going.
Okay.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Roslyn Social, a social experience in dining. Roslyn Social is the area's premier location for elevated pub food, crafts. That
Wow,
line.
what was that?
Let's.
Ken talking. Take two.
Roslyn Social is the area's premier location for elevated pub food, craft cocktails, and local beers. Andy, feel free to interrupt and tell them that like my head is more zoomed in than the Pususu in the dark video because it's like wow.
You know what? I'm like playing around, seeing what else I can do while I'm doing this. So I don't even know. No, see, you look normal to me though,
Okay,
because
you caused trouble.
I'm only getting like what a normal Zoom would be.
Got
right
it.
now.
You caused trouble. I'm going to rewind. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Roslyn Social, a social experience in dining. Roslyn Social is the area's premier location for elevated pub food, craft cocktails, and local beers. Roslyn Social is open for socially distanced dining, takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and on your favorite food service apps. Even their famous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. You can follow them on Facebook at Roslyn Social. They are located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. That's 1 1363 Old Northern Boulevard in Roslyn. Give Roslyn Social a call and say hi to Nick at 516-801-4963. That's 516-801-4963. Thank you from Roslyn Social. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. Two Eagles Auto Body is a family-owned and operated collision shop located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow through the insurance process to the return of your vehicle, Two Eagles Auto Body is with you. Two Eagles Auto Body is constantly striving for perfection, with your satisfaction being their number one priority. Two Eagles Auto Body is located in New Hyde Park, Long Island at 1818 Falmouth Avenue. That's 1818 Falmouth Avenue in New Hyde Park. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527. Also follow them on Facebook at Two Eagles Auto Body. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Gina Kangemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. That's Gina Kangemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. That's 631-495-7696. Hey, Andy.
Yeah,
do you know what happens when you
good.
work with Gina? Do you know what happens when you work with Gina?
I'll tell you the stuff that happens with Gina. What?
I'll tell you. When you work with Gina, you tap into the collective experience of the best, most experienced realtors on Long Island. Contact Gina today to discuss how Signature Premier Properties and Gina can help you market and sell your property successfully or find your perfect home. More information about Gina's listings can be found at signaturepremier.com. That's signaturepremier.com. List your house with Gina, and she will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast that it will make your
Head spin!
It will make your bleep head spin. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza, for the best pizza in the whole wide world. Check out Bella Vista Pizza, where they offer thin crust, thin whole wheat, deep dish, and gluten-free pies. Also pasta and baked dishes, calzones and rolls, heroes, entrees, salads, sides, and appetizers. You can follow them on Facebook at Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta. That's Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta on Facebook, and on Instagram at Bella Vista Pizza LI. That's Bella Vista Pizza LI on Instagram. Bella Vista Pizza is located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. That's 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. 516-433-4464. That's 516-433-4464. Mention Knockem Dead Comedy to receive a free garlic knot. BellaVistaPizza.com. Bambinos, check them out today. And of course, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Like, I got to put this on my nose because we are so zoomed into my face here. But hey, it's Knockem Dead Comedy, y'all. That's who's bringing you the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Knockem Dead Comedy, the premier murder mystery dinner theater company that provides interactive murder mystery dinner theater, game shows, variety shows, and more. You plan the party. What'll they do, Andy? They'll plan the...
Not actual murder.
They'll plan the murder. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery dinner theater company from Pennsylvania to Maine and everywhere in between. You may select between the Hillbilly Hoedown, a redneck wedding, the family, the fun, and the felony, the high school reunion, and the whacked family reunion, a lethal luau. I mean, Andy, have you ever been to a luau that wasn't lethal?
No, actually, by chance, I have not been to a single luau that did not end in murder.
Food for thought, the whacked family reunion, a lethal luau. Knockem Dead Comedy will provide a fun-filled evening full of audience interaction, including music and dancing, games and prizes, and tons of laughter. Knockem Dead Comedy shows can be seen at restaurants, catering halls, even your home. Their shows are perfect for corporate events, team building events, wedding rehearsal dinners, holiday parties, fundraisers, sweet 16s, and bar mitzvahs. You can follow them on Facebook at Knockem Dead Comedy and on Instagram at Knockem Dead Comedy. That's at Knockem Dead Comedy on Instagram. For upcoming show dates, check out knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. That's knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. Andy, Sallie, Tony, back to you.
Thank you, Ken. That was cool.
Ken.
That was funny
Ken.
with Andy talking.
I like when Andy, throws in his little tidbits while Ken is doing his thing there.
I'm not saying that Knockem Dead isn't great, because you are. I'm just saying maybe you try a real murder once and see what happens. See what happens.
Tony's biggest fear in life is going to jail, so I don't think that's going to happen.
It actually did.
Me, I just think it'd be peaceful.
We
Like,
actually
your own
did-
cell. Who cares?
We actually did a murder mystery
Guy
once.
comes around with books.
Yeah, a guy
Cigarettes.
walks by. I'm not even kidding you. He walks by with books, and then you go down into an area and people feed you. What is the downside? I don't have to make meals.
Unconsensual butt sex.
Oh, like that doesn't happen now.
Well, that's only if you're the bottom. That's why you have to make sure you're the top.
Right.
It's like a musical. 'Cause, baby, I'm the bottom, you're the top.
You sound like Ethel Merman.
Thanks.
I'm all by
Did someone
myself
say
in my
Oh no! Stop! Stop it right now!
Hey, oh no!
Stop. So, how do you do the mute button on Zoom? I have to figure that out. It sounds like cats having sex.
We actually did a murder mystery once in a private home. It was a private party where the guests didn't know what was, that there was going to be this murder mystery show. So they thought we were just crashing. They thought we were making a scene. And when our performer died, one guy flipped out.
Yeah.
And he got all crazy. He was getting hysterical. He grabbed his phone to call 911. We actually had to grab this guy and kind of pull him aside. Like,
we're
hey, man,
just it's just a show.
We're
He's
just
like,
playing.
Yeah.
Was that the one? I seem to remember. Didn't Ken Shevlin talk about being molested somewhere?
No, different
Oh,
show.
He ended up on a bed or something.
Believe it or not, that one with Ken Shevlin, that was a kids' party. And
That's like my fantasy, where I'm pretending to be dead and somebody takes advantage of me.
Yeah.
Well,
It's real specific. I know it's real specific, but
Yeah.
But I thought-
there's something for everyone.
I thought you meant the fantasy was that it was happening at a kids' party. So yeah, we had that thing. We were
I
in.
didn't say that it wasn't part of the fantasy.
We were at a same thing, a private home for a private party. We had the use of multiple rooms. So we set up a death scene where Ken Shevlin was laying there dead, and we set up the clues and whatnot. So we brought the kids in, to look around, and then we brought them out. So we go to another room and discuss things, and Ken doesn't have to lay there the whole time. The mother of the kids' party, the woman who was hosting this thing, she went into the room because we got the kids out. Ken's in this room by himself now. She came in and she started touching him, and he had
she came onto him.
She
So jealous.
completely came onto him and was going to touch him, and he had to stop her and get out of the room.
Wow.
And I forget. I
Are you
think
sure he wasn't being like one of those Japanese girls, no, stop. But it actually is culturally, he really wanted her to go.
it definitely is a cool fantasy.
What was he wearing though? Because I had to stick up for Kenny. You and Eric
What was he
put
wearing?
him
Are you
in.
blaming the victim right now, Phil?
They dress him in I've never seen Kenny do a show where you haven't stuck him in leotards with every nook and cranny of his junk
he
showing.
was dressed in an Indiana Jones outfit.
You and Eric get to be in suits all the time, and Kenny
not
gets to be in
true.
girl clothes with his midriff
that's-
showing and his junk hanging
Eric
out.
Being
plays-
the boss.
Right.
I hand him his uniform for the day, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Kenny.
Eric plays the flamboyant Richard Simmons type
But he
characters all
wears
the time.
Eric usually wears a pink leisure suit. At least it's a suit. Kenny, I see more Kenny than I do you.
And I write all the kissing scenes in for myself.
He does. Every time there's a new script, I'm like, oh, what a shocker. Tony's role has to kiss someone. As I sit in the background doing all the sound and equipment. I'm like,
Guess what? During my comedy set, I'm the funny one.
Exactly.
That's how that works. When you have creative control, you get to set the rules.
Right.
All right. So let me read comments.
Hey, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Can y'all hold on a second while I change my notes for the ad? Knockem Dead comedy shows can be seen at restaurants, catering halls, even your home. That's right, even your home. You won't believe the stuff that can happen there. Is that
In
what
your
it is?
spare bedroom.
Well, I think you sanitize yourself again because now you're talking about Kenny Shevlin's stuff.
Well, can I just point out that the only part where Ken kind of tripped up was when he had to do a bunch of Fs in a row. And I'm like, I just don't think that he has the experience with the stringing together a bunch of F words.
I don't mean to do my own study and practice on your time, but what is so hard about saying for elevated pub food, craft cocktails, and local beers? I like all of those. I don't have a lot of them. If I'm going to admit to over-consuming, it's going to be on the pub food for sure. But I mean, I have nothing against any of. I don't know. It's tough.
I feel your pain. I mean, we go back to just the very recent past where Sallie or I was doing the ads. So I am not going to critique you at all.
We have nothing to complain about.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, well, that.
Shut up. Yeah. Well, that.
dominating voice, dominating
hey, Tony,
voice.
What's in the comments?
Dominating voice.
Yeah, I'm going to read the comments, then I'm going to get back to Andy's story because he's only with us for another 20 minutes. All right, so my mother's watching. Joan Cooper Yasher is watching. Hello, Jessica Sorrell. Nice to see you, Jeff. Oh, she's saying hi to Jeff Bosey. She's not even saying hi to us.
Oh, man.
Carla Okerson is watching. Is The Legend of Andy Plagianos the one where he drowns people in Lake Ronkonkoma? Andy Fremner says hello.
Hey, Andy.
Kevin's saying it's cold out.
Oh, it's freezing, and it was so windy last night. My sinuses are just filled with dust of the world. The dust of the world.
How'd your sinuses ended up in the wind?
See, I said the same thing.
I think maybe the
she
walls
slept outside.
The walls in my house are probably really thin.
Kenny Sino is watching. Hello, Ken Sino. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're well. Robert Shapiro just tuned into Boxcast. It looks great. Thank you, Rob Shapiro. Carla says, Tony is anti-nerd. Has he met him? She's right. Kenny Shevlin's watching. Kirsten was surprised that there were no F-bombs from DJ D-Love, but he's
sanitized.
But he's calling people dirtbags.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's it. Oh, what? Lynn Riley's asking, what did we do with Eric? Eric is no longer a part of the show. It's been almost a year already since he left. Yeah, he left in March.
He did the slow bend. Like when you pull like a Band-Aid off, either you do it like really quick and you're gone, or you like slowly. He'd be like, I'll still come in, and then he didn't. And then he's like, I'll still be on shows, and then he wasn't.
We should have pulled a switcheroo like on Bewitched, where it was just all of a sudden another actor playing the same role.
Oh yeah,
we should have brought in.
I told you I wanted you guys to one day open up and just have like 3 midget versions of you guys.
Yes. You don't have to replace me.
You guys, I told you that.
I'm barely 5 feet.
The camera comes on.
Well, that's true. If it's a midget of Sallie, that person would probably be taller.
Or gigantress. Then go in the other direction. You get a guy gigantic.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like one of those fetish chicks.
Yeah. See, and there we
I
go.
don't know anybody.
And we're back to Andy fetishes and fantasies. Carrie's watching. Hello, Carrie. All right. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Again, please like and share the show. Hit those likes, hit those hearts, and share this thing to everybody.
Show. I've been having trouble sharing the show, so if you could share it, it would really help a lot.
Captain Jack just signed on.
Jack.
All right. So Andy posted something this morning that I need explanation on.
Which Andy? Andy Plagianos?
This Andy. Okay. This one right here. This one right here. He posted something this morning about how it's not really 2021. It's like actually 1734 or something.
Wow, that's a
1724.
1724.
It's not true, but I also posted that it's not true.
Oh, all right.
All right. Well, explain.
So the Gregorian calendar, and this is what drives me nuts every time, and I'm going to say you people, have like a date thing. Like anybody who does anything having to do with dates, like the most recent one was the 21st second and the 21st hour, or the 21st second or the 21st minute or the 21st hour of the 21st day,
right?
The 21st, and then they skip over month, by the way, of the 21st century, and you're like, okay, great, the 2012. December 12th, 2012, people like 12, 12, 12. Last time it's going to be 12, 12, 12. And what I always say is until we decide to reset the calendar again. Because what happened was Julius Caesar came up with what's called the Julian calendar. And this is explained in that article. And we were following the Julian calendar. And actually the military uses the Julian calendar in their computer stuff. Because it just numbers the days. Like, it doesn't matter like what month it is. It matters what day of the year it is. So like the 181st day is July 31st, I believe.
Right.
Something like that. But they don't mention like in the computers, you don't mention July.
They just say day 185?
Correct. Like the 120s are in April. Right?
Okay.
So
yeah.
we're like we are at day 29 right now.
Right.
Today's date would be 21029 would be how it's written in the computers.
Oh, right. Okay.
Makes
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So there was a Pope, Gregory, who changed. We are now on the Gregorian calendar.
Right.
And so that was like many hundreds of years ago. And so there are these German scientists, because all cool, funny, funky things come from Germany.
Like you?
Yeah, no, well, I'm not from Germany, but I can sound like it. Like Professor Fedora, my counterpart at the university, Professor Fedora, I believe he is more of a pop culture specialist. I'm more of a mathematician, which makes me obviously better than him. I hope you're listening, Professor Fedora, you pansy.
Well, they do start a lot of wars. I'll give them that.
Yes, yeah, they're very good at that. They're very, very good. But Pope Gregory changed the calendar. We're in the Gregorian calendar. There are these guys in Germany who came up with this theory that they actually skipped forward like 300 years.
Wow, just to be
Or
like
four-
neat
three,
and
400,
tidy
yeah.
or something? Like they didn't think
Well,
anyone would notice?
So what they kind of go into, like, there was the Holy Roman Emperor at the time wanted to be alive at the millennium. Like, they were millennium obsessed. So he wanted
they
to
wanted
be alive.
to make it fast.
Well, that it would be in the year 1000. So they skipped forward by a few hundred years. They've actually corrected the calendar a few times over the years. So the date that it is not really the date. We've just come up with an arbitrary. We've gone, okay, starting today, we're going to call today, I don't know, January 29th. And then we'll make it the 30th, 31st. And there is some stuff that we follow that is like sun-based.
Yeah.
But like the Mayan calendar, remember when the world was supposed to end in 2012?
Yes.
Yes.
So here's the thing: the Mayan culture.
Wait, it didn't?
This show is proof that it did.
We're in. This is that millisecond. This is that millisecond, just as the Earth is being destroyed. All of this stuff is happening in this compressed time thing, making this hand gesture that shows time moving. But yeah, so the Mayan calendar, like, they only counted that high because they had only gotten that far. Like, if the Mayan culture was still around today, they would have kept counting.
Yeah. They were just like, all right, it's Friday. I want to go home.
Right, like, oh,
We'll
you know
just
what?
end it at
whatever the
2012.
Mayan equivalent of 2012, May of 2012 is. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll finish that on Wednesday. Hey, are those Spanish soldiers showing up?
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Or it was like, 4:45 on a Friday, and they're like, all right, let's wrap this up, people.
Right, and Coronado's like, excuse me, I would like to find the Fountain of Youth, if I can find it. I just made him French.
Yeah, that threw me off. I was like, what? How did that become him? Yeah, okay.
I am Coronado, and I have this outrageous mustache and an outrageous accent.
Carla
It's
said that we
almost a
need to
dozen
nerd
times.
this down a bit.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
She said nerd
Well,
it down a notch.
That's why I can't stand. I hate the New Year. Like, people are like, Happy New Year, and we made it around the sun again. We did, but we also moved up a bit too. Like, everybody only thinks in 2 dimensions. It's actually a 3-dimensional movement that's actually happening.
So, but when you say you hate it, like, you actually, I mean, do you actually hate it where you're annoyed and you're like, I'm not going to celebrate, or you're just like, oh, this is stupid?
When I was young, I very much hated it, and I actively
You
protested
resisted.
too much.
Really?
Hated it. I was like,
That's so
I was
funny.
like, I actually called it, and I'll do it next year because I have a series of Facebook every year. My Facebook post on January 1st was happy arbitrary position relative to the Sunday.
See, all right. See, here's the thing. It's a holiday. This is, you as a guy, this is where we take advantage of these holidays to get a little, action. I don't care what you call the day. Let's just come here, baby. Let's go celebrate New Year's. Let's go celebrate putting on your shoes day. I mean, I don't care what it's called.
But I get that irritation.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Like when I'm like really, when someone's telling me something really, like they're going to do something and they're really excited about it. And they're like, I'm going to give my 110%. I'm like, okay, it's only like 100%. So now you just look like an idiot. And now I'm just annoyed by anything that you're going to do. So I understand.
Well, here's where I'm going to lose Sallie, though.
Okay.
Because what happens is
you're going to die of natural causes.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly. Oh my God, she's a mind reader.
Nostradamus.
When we take arbitrary things and we attach a value to them, they become special in our minds, and then we start doing things like coming up with astrology. And I'm just going to stop there.
Well, Carla Okerson says, anyone else have the overwhelming urge to shove someone in a locker right now?
This is why I joined the football team, because I was sick of people messing with me.
Right. No, I mean, I'm not like a crazy.
Damn it, Kenny, you still on here?
I'm still here. Gotcha.
Oh, he's still here. Good.
I'm not like, astrology is like, who knows? Like, I mean, that's the way I'm about everything. Everything I'm like that about. Like, I mean, sorry, Ken, but religion, who knows? No one's going to know. Just because someone wrote it down doesn't
now
mean
you
it's true.
did it. Now you...
I know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like to go too far, because I do respect everybody's.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely
about stuff like that.
It's nothing that's going to hurt my feelings,
But that's the root of it, is when you take something that is just like somebody many years ago was just like, we're going to make today the first day. Today's the first day.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, no. Well, then what happened to yesterday? What was yesterday? Well, that was another time thing. Like,
right. Right, exactly.
And then people have to justify, there is no year zero, right? Like, because that's always said, like, the decade doesn't end. Like, 1990 was the end of the 80s, by the way. Because how do you start counting? What do you say? You go 1, right? You don't go 0, 1, 2, 3. You start counting, and that's how they did the calendar. They started counting with 1. That's why 2021. This is the first year of the third decade of the second millennium. Sorry. Now and go.
No, don't be.
We'll unnerd it. San Dimas High School football rules.
Well, all right. First off, Carrie then told Carla that she can't shove people into a locker on a radio show, but then Carla says she has her ways. So I'm a little nervous that Carla might show up and
right
just beat
there.
us up.
Carla could do whatever she wants to do.
Then Carla's asking.
In my car.
Wouldn't it be funny if she just showed up at your windshield? That'd be so funny.
But then Carla's now asking if she's allowed to say "no, your dumbass" again, or are people going to get crazy again? Yeah.
That's such a great, yeah.
I thought that's great too. But now that you have Kirsten, who says, because I said you just got to take advantage of these holidays to get some action, and she's like, well, can't you get action anytime?
Every day's a holiday at my house.
Exactly. But I like how Kirsten asked it, because Kirsten was the one the other day who was suggesting that she's willing to do anything anytime. So I just.
Do you need some time alone?
Yeah,
over there?
I'm getting all flustered. I can't even read the comments.
Know that you're at a show right now. So if you need some time in the corner with some lube, we'll sing songs over here or something.
Captain Jack says it's snowing like crazy for the groundhog to not see his shadow.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. All right, well, I appreciate I appreciate you explaining that.
Oh yeah, I find it really interesting.
Well, it's kind of funny, because then my one of my brother's very good friends wrote, well, I guess you don't celebrate your daughter's birthday. I've been making the argument to not celebrate birthdays since I was 12. I'm like, this is actually Mother's Day. You realize that, right?
But were you really 12?
Actually mean anything?
You weren't actually 12 at the time. You were probably more like, I don't know,
26.
Right, exactly. Oh, pineapple. I was pineapple. You could literally make it anything that you want to.
Well, all right. So, Doctor.
You know what? My other. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Justification By the way, because in that post I wrote about measurement, like length measurement. There's a bridge, Sally, and from Cambridge to Boston, over the Charles River, right by Fenway Park, that is measured in something called smoots.
Spell it.
SMOOT. I don't know the bridge name, but it's the unit of measurement they use is a smoot. And it comes from a 1958 prank by a bunch of MIT, those crazy nerds up at MIT, where they took this guy who was 67 inches and they took him and measured how many smoots the bridge was.
How many smoots is the bridge?
So he was 5'7", and they just measured him to the bridge.
Right.
Okay.
And so they cut up the bridge into smoots. There's actually, if you walk over the bridge, there are actually mile or smoot markers. They're not mile markers.
Come on, really?
Yes.
I think that's
There's a
cool.
plaque there. In 2015,
It's like on iCarly that when they added like the number after 4 as what was it, Nerf or something. They're like, we just added a new number.
I don't know. I'm not a huge iCarly fan.
They're bringing iCarly back, by the way.
iCarly was great.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
For shows you got
for
stuck
adding some
watching
more-
with your kids.
I thought we had maxed out the nerdiness in this
No,
segment. but,
no.
Well,
we're
not
just getting
until you
started.
step past iCarly to Victorious. That was a great show.
That was the start of
Victorious was good.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
She was on Victorious.
See, all of this, I was an adult without children.
You
Right.
lucky bastard.
Yeah.
That period of time.
Although he
So,
missed a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, did he? Like what? Drake and Josh?
Yeah, didn't see any of that.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything, trust me.
Yeah.
Phineas and
Yeah, I was just
Ferb.
thinking that. Ferb. Like, I couldn't think of
I
Phineas.
did get exposed. I got exposed to them because of my nieces.
That was a great show.
That was the only one that I've gotten to see.
Andy Fremder says he's still in the locker he was shoved in years ago. And now you did it. You did it. Jeff Bosey says he's deleting Andy today because he doesn't like to be judged.
Oh.
So now Carla says Andy Fremder was not in the locker. He was in the closet.
See, I will say I was generating something having to do with the coming out of the
Yeah, good
locker.
question. Ken Friedberg, hey Ken, he wants to know, was the guy's name Smoot? Like, how did they come up with the
Jimmy
name
Smoot.
Yes,
Jimmy
that was his
Smoot?
name. That's what I said. His name was Smoot. They measured smoots, and they brought him back in 2015. He's obviously much older now. He was a college student in 1958.
He shrunk an inch.
He did shrink. He's 65. A smoot has been corrected to 65.75 inches.
That's great.
That's really funny.
That's
Monday
funny.
on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Would you, could you, with a smoot?
What's your take, Dr. Ken Pichelle? I mean, as a man of faith, does the things like dates matter to you, or because you have BC AD? Like, does any of this matter at all in your faith, in your world?
I probably couldn't think through that and answer it in the time to be able to productively speak on this show. I haven't studied it very much. I wouldn't want to speculate. So I guess I'm saying no to an extent.
I was just about to say that. Sounds like a big
Sounds
fat
like
no to me.
Sounds like no, I guess.
Well, so like that's what I said. Like it starts you down a road because you could start looking at throughout the Bible. They do use ages of people, and there are like how old was Methuselah? I don't even know. It's been years since I looked
He
into
was as
any of
old
this.
as Methuselah. That's how old he was.
Right, exactly.
He was
it's
Methuselah days old.
That's a big
it's
smoot.
tautological, right? It proves itself, or the circular logic. Methuselah is Methuselah years old. That's the unit of measurement we're using. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like you start justifying things with themselves, and that's when you start going down kind of a crazy road.
Yeah, the time I think like with the Bible, I mean, I think you kind of have to let go of time a little bit. Like even like with the Old Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I don't know. Actually, Mark was written first, and it was like a long time afterwards that the other books came, and the other guys plagiarized Mark. Like they're actually like
Oh, boy.
Mark. that like Luke would like
They
take.
retconned.
Yeah, Luke would take
Mark's work.
Yeah, in school, like Luke would have been thrown out of college because Luke
Right.
would take what Mark wrote and then just be like, I can make this more colorful, and then he just like wrote the same exact paragraph in the same exact
Well-
place, only it was like that much bigger.
All Luke's professors really needed to do was copy and paste all of what Luke wrote and throw it in Google search, and it would have come up with Mark.
Right.
And they would have had their proof right
completely
there.
True.
He would have been under academic probation, and nobody wants any of that.
Yeah.
Carrie says timelines ground us all. Well, that's an interesting comment.
Well, we
Timelines?
do that
That's
too.
beautiful.
I try to explain the concept of a million to my daughters fairly often, mainly because they're obsessed with when the sun is going to burn out. And they're like,
I
"So
wonder what
my-"
planted that seed in them.
Yeah, I have no clue where that came from. I mean,
Because
out of
my
left
kids
field-
don't worry about that.
out of left field, they're talking about this. I'm like, oh, okay, well, last night, Daphne was in the back seat, and she's like, hey, Dad, when the sun burns out, are like my kids gonna be around? And I'm like, no. Your kids are not gonna be around. Like I can't even. I'm like, dinosaurs now triple that. And so I think she got it, but she's also really afraid of lava and the house being on fire, and that's what, the house is not going to go on fire. I'm here. I hate that kind of logic, but
Wow. All right. Now with that, not that I want to get rid of you, but I'm looking at the clock.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to. I'm outside my wife's office. I have to check in and go and get my teeth cleaned and then a cavity filled, and that'll be that.
If I offer your wife $20, she won't let you stay live as you're in the doctor's office?
No, she is mortified of ever being like in the public eye. There's somebody that I've done some comedy stuff with who often tries to like butter me up by saying, tell Becca she'll be able to come to like a red carpet event.
Yeah, it's the worst
And
thing
I'm
you
like,
could say. Yeah.
No, actually, she is not going to do it now. If you want me to say that, that's going to be a hard no from her. So yeah, no, any sort of exposure. Matter of fact, whenever I'm listening to you guys at home and she comes in, she ducks when she hears you guys talking, even though I'm just
great.
watching on Facebook, because she's like, "Are you on a Zoom?" And I'm like, "No." And then sometimes if she's standing there and she'll say something, and I go, "Oh, that's really funny, guys." Like I pretend I'm talking to you guys.
Oh man.
And she's like, she's like mortified, like, okay, did you just hear what I said?
You get
think you
over
see
it.
that?
I mean, I used to be that shy.
Yeah, what
Remember
did you
how
do to
shy
her?
I used to be?
She's a good-looking woman. She should be out there
Oh,
for
she
people to
absolutely
see.
is. Oh, she's the most beautiful woman I know. But
What'd you?
Wow.
So why did you shoot her down like this? Why did you squish her?
I didn't. That happened before I
I don't
came
believe it.
along. I've been trying to fix it ever since.
She wants to be out there, but Andy said no.
And he said, "This is my spotlight.
Yeah.
These are my people.
Get
the
off
comedy
the red
club people.
carpet."
I am Dracula."
Get in the corner, baby. Yeah, here. Wait. Let me. There I am. Oh, that's Tiny in the thing, right? That's my picture of me as Dracula. But
All right. So,
All right, guys.
what are you having done today?
He just said he's having his
cleaning and
teeth
then
cleaned and
filling-
he's
Oh,
having one
I
cavity.
don't know why I keep forgetting this. Okay. Well,
tiny
good luck.
Cavity, so we'll see.
Good luck with your cavity. If you can at least, maybe you can get a photo or something that we can share on Monday or something.
Oh yeah, I'll do something like that. I love.
right.
I have photos of me with all sorts of dental work.
Well, good luck.
Love you guys.
You too,
Have a
pal.
great
Thanks.
weekend.
Hey, Andy,
Take
before
care.
you get out of the car, don't forget to look both ways for Carla.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, no. You know what? She's scared of Suffolk County, so
That's
I think
true.
I'm all right. So,
that's
all
true.
right, guys, love you and
Love you too.
See you on the flip side.
Thanks for
Cool.
coming on.
See you in the smoot.
And
Are you?
Smoot,
So are you sticking around there, pal?
I can stick around for a few. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. We got maybe I don't know 15, 20 minutes to go. Why not?
we were talking about like things that we hate and things that are just beyond a real reference. We were talking about 110%. It kind of reminded me of when we go past noon.
Exactly.
See?
That's not a thing.
So Andrew Fremder says, yes, the closet I'm in, if I don't get out, I'm going to hang myself with the rest of the clothes because my rope and my rickety chair never came from Amazon. He said he was feeling better from being
He's
sick,
been
but I don't
feeling
believe
a little
him.
sick.
I think the medication is getting to him.
Yeah.
Carrie then says meow. I don't know why she said that, but
I'm not sure where that context was.
I don't really care. I just kind of like it.
Who's the one you were lubing up about? Was that Carrie?
No, that was Kirsten. But
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
Carrie. I was lubing up about Carrie yesterday. I believe it was. I think that was yesterday. Captain Jack wants to come in and take Eric's place.
Come on
That
in.
would be fun.
That would be fun.
We could put Cooper out there as the guard dog.
Okay. So, what do you got?
Good, go.
You know, I actually feel bad. Yesterday we forgot to mention it was the 35th anniversary. Well, and not in Smoot time, but
Right.
but you know, now that
calendar.
Plajanos is gone, we can talk about years and timelines.
He's going to be mad because he probably would have wanted to talk about that. He's
That
all
could be.
into that stuff.
35 years ago yesterday was the Challenger explosion, the space shuttle. I had it in my notes, and we just never got to it.
That was like one of those, like we're too young for where were you when JFK was shot, but that was definitely one of the, like I remember exactly
the
where I
Challenger?
was and standing, and I remember.
Where were you?
I was in I was at SUNY Albany, and I rented a house with a couple of girls off campus.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and I was we were like just watching the TV, and I was standing in the middle of the living room, and I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. And then I was like,
Where'd it go?
like it just surprised me. Like I don't know, you just don't expect stuff like that to happen. I was like
It was
20. I was 20 years old, like just turned.
It was a Saturday. No, you
No,
were.
I was 19.
You were 19.
Yeah.
It was. Was it a Saturday or a Sunday? I remember it was a weekend. It was definitely a Saturday or a Sunday.
I don't know.
Where were you, Ken? Do you remember?
I was in my senior year of high school. I'm actually being nerdy right now. I'm going to show you something in a minute because it was a very surprising thing that I learned just a couple of years later. But yeah, I was in high school. I feel like I saw it live. Trying to
I
remember.
saw it live.
I don't remember if I was home for a snow day for that, or if I was home for a snow day when Hinckley shot Reagan. One of those two. I was home for a snow day, but because it was, you said 21 years, 86, or 25 years was 86, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
35
just-
years.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
so
86.
86, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see if this will show up.
Yeah, I feel like it was like
What's
a
he-
Friday or something.
What's he
Cause
showing there?
oh wait, hold on.
Okay, ready?
All
Can you
right.
see that? Can you see?
Yeah, we see that.
So
Well,
I
hang
saw-
on a second. Do you want to make his window bigger so the viewers maybe can see it better?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, hang on a
Just a
second. We're gonna, just like those great close-ups of your face. We're gonna do that again.
Okay, yeah, those are pretty zoomy.
Okay, all right, we got it. Go ahead.
So this was real. This blew me away. This was in an article in the Journal of the American Statistical Association. Nerding it up, Carla. When I was in college, just a couple of years later. So the vertical axis is the number of O-rings that failed on a space shuttle mission,
Right.
and the horizontal axis is temperature. So according to this article that was published in a scientific journal, they basically graphed something like this, but so each dot is a shuttle mission. So they only graphed the fail, like they only put a dot if there was at least one failure, and I drew it wrong.
Well,
I'm going to draw it again. So they only plotted it for when there were failures. So it was kind of more like something like that.
Okay.
Sorry, but what's the point? I'm missing the point that you're trying to make.
So the point is when you take, hey, what shuttle missions didn't have any O-ring failures? They were like all in the warmer temperatures.
Like they were all having problems.
No, like if you plotted all the missions that didn't have any O-ring failures, it was warmer. So like this maybe goes from 70 something degrees down to 50 degrees. And then when it gets below 40 and in around 40 or 30 or something, the colder temperatures is what was where you could see that the O-rings failed.
Right.
But they only looked at the non-zeros.
But,
So
they knew that it was too cold. That they knew it was the temperature of, they knew it was the temperature range of those rings failing that day. They actually knew that, and they knew though since 1977 that those rings were no good.
That's beyond problematic, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Tim Saliani is correct. It was a Tuesday. He says it was a weekday. I thought it was a weekend, but it was a weekday.
I thought it was like a Friday because
it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday.
Does Tim know if I had a snow day that day?
Tim said he was watching it in class. Tim was like in kindergarten or something.
Oh, that'd be awful. A whole classroom full of kids. Like, can you imagine being the teacher with a whole classroom full of kids?
Kirsten was watching it too from class. Carrie was with her mom at work. She probably knew I'd freak out and kept me home from school. Wow. I blast off O-rings when I have too many McRibs, says Andrew Fremder.
And he's back.
But I'm trying to think. I thought it was a weekend because I was in, I think, 10th grade, and I was working that day. I remember we had it on the radio at work.
You were just in 10th grade. You're a child.
That's right. You're going to jail for messing with me underage. I was at work at the lumberyard, and we heard it on the radio. So we really didn't get a full feel for what really was going on because we were working, we were busy. So I remember it wasn't until I got home that day I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and when you watch it, it's just horrifying.
You know, I was just reading about it yesterday. One thing I never heard before is that they think some of the astronauts survived the initial blast.
They think they all did.
No, not all, but
I thought
some
they
of them
got out and they just went into the water and they hit on impact and that's when
they
died.
were saying between the speed of the fall would have killed a few, and then definitely the impact of hitting the water would have killed them. But no, they're not saying everybody survived the impact, but some of them did. I had no idea of that. Can you imagine these poor people?
I
mean, they knew there was trouble
that's
even
what
before the explosion. There was already a fire, and so they must have known before the explosion they were in trouble. But
they're like, all right.
but to survive that thing, and then you're still in the sky thinking, "Holy shit, this is it!" Oh my goodness, what a horrible thing. So yeah, that was that, and that's why I wanted to mention it because it's a big deal of our American history. So I felt bad that we didn't mention it yesterday.
And of course, we had a civilian and on top of it a school teacher on that particular mission, which I mean, obviously every life is immensely valuable, but
of course
the shock of the extra attention that because the teacher
right, Krista McAuliffe, yep. Yeah. Nikki's watching Tim Saliani. 27 kids decided that day they no longer wanted to be astronauts.
Yeah, right.
Phew, goodness gracious. Yeah. All right, so that's that. So all right, so moving on, unless you guys had more on that.
I don't have anything.
Okay. So I have a weird story that I've been sitting on since the weekend.
Oh, do I know it?
No, I haven't brought it up at all to anybody. There was this guy in Australia. I don't know if you guys heard about this. This guy who lives in Australia. He was driving. Okay, I don't know where he was, but he was driving home. And does
he look like Mick Dundee or no?
No, he looks more like me. Like he's fat and
You're not fat, baby.
with a beard. Yeah, well, this guy's he's definitely bigger than me.
Keep cooling out in there with the "you're not fat, babe." I mean, the couch is over there, isn't it? Or something.
I was at work at the Kimmer yard. I think he's meant to say lumber yard. Are you a freaking Springsteen? Yeah. Are you a freaking Springsteen song? That's where I worked, man. That's where I worked. I worked at a lumber yard when I was a kid. Carrie says, wag the dog. What is she trying to imply that the the Challenger didn't happen? They most likely would have been unconscious, says Lynn Riley. Yeah, that's true. They were alive but unconscious. Yeah, let's go with that because then it wouldn't be so horrible for them. So
Australia, Mick Dundee.
Yeah, this guy was driving home. So to quote him, I was derailed that night. I was on my jolly way back home. Just the fact that he says that. I was on my jolly way back home. But so this guy is sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, which is something we know about very well here on Long Island. He makes a he says, I made a split-second decision of error. He decided to turn off because he couldn't stand the traffic. He turns off onto a road and gets lost. He gets lost. He's now like driving through a mountain.
Is it going to be like one of the Challenger pieces fell on the highway and killed everyone else or something?
The Challenger was in Florida.
I'm just saying, like, what? Like, did a meteorite hit him? I'm trying to guess.
No. The story is actually pretty stupid, which is why I wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
This guy, Ken, you know nothing about this?
I do not accept that it has nothing to do with the Challenger.
So this guy's
Sallie and I are slowly deducing together, but go on.
So out of nowhere, Martians come out. No, so he's driving through this mountain and he's lost. So now he's lost. He has no idea where he is. I guess he doesn't have.
Mick Dundee wouldn't have been lost.
Well, that's true, and I guess he doesn't have Waze either. I'm assuming they have Waze in Australia, but either way, he gets lost, and he had his dog with him too. He gets lost. Then as he's driving around trying to figure out where he is, where he's going. He gets his car stuck in mud.
Oh.
So now he can't move his car.
Oh, then he has to eat his dog.
Well, no, he gets out of the car, leaves the dog in the car, and he starts walking.
How many smoots did he walk?
Why would he leave his
dog? A lot of smoots. I have no idea. But then he gets lost even more.
Dogs love to go on a walk.
This guy ends up missing for 18 days.
Did the dog die?
Well, to jump to the end, at the time I read this, they still haven't found the dog.
Oh, so he was able to.
He got out of the car and took off.
He didn't lock the dog in a car.
No.
All right.
No, the car was found before him, and they found the guy's car and it was completely empty. So they don't know what happened to the dog. And then I believe it was a local policeman who has some property. He's on his property one day and he looks out and sees this guy sitting down in against a tree on his property. So he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing on my property?" And then they realized who the guy was, and they called the authorities and had it taken care of. But this guy was missing for 18 days.
Sounds fishy to me.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, either this guy is really a dope.
He's lying.
Or he's lying. But
he's lying because if a dog isn't chained to something, they will follow the owner. They don't just be like,
right.
No problem, Jeff. I'll just stay here and, sitting under the tree. Like, they're going to come and be with you.
He claims he sat in the car for 3 days.
He's lying.
Then he ran out of water, so he got out of the car. An air and land search went on for days looking for this guy.
Wow.
But they couldn't find him. He claims that he saw the authorities, like the helicopters and stuff. He claims he saw them several times, but he couldn't attract their attention. So they found his car. He was so lost, he didn't know how to make his way back to his car even. He says he survived by eating wild mushrooms, drinking dam water.
He was shrooming.
And sleeping on the ground out in the open. They asked him how the experience was. He said, lonely. Which I just thought was a strange word to use. That's the first word you come up with? Lonely.
Not terrifying.
Right.
Not I was starving. Not,
right.
Yeah. I was.
So, yeah.
I would say dehydrating.
So I'm thinking this guy was with somebody else's wife or something.
Yeah.
And figured I got to hightail it out of here because he got caught or somebody had pictures.
Really? I was just walking around.
Right. I got lost. Yeah, I don't know. So his name is Robert.
What part of Australia was this?
Good question.
the part where there aren't any of the like deadliest snakes in the world.
Yeah,
Yes,
true. All right,
I
well,
was just roaming around for 18 days, picking up mushrooms off the ground and eating, kind of kicking the
Exactly.
massively venomous snakes aside.
he was in a town called Kilkivan. 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 And that's a town he was in when he left to go home and got stuck in this traffic. So I don't know anything about Australia, so I have no idea where Kilkivan is.
I'm on it.
Get Paul Hogan on the phone. And then I don't know what town he was in where they found him. That I don't know. But I mean, he was in the mountains, so he had to be in like wilderness. Like Ken said, there must have been snakes and wolves and
Who doesn't have a cell phone?
Maybe because he was in the mountains. Maybe there was no service.
I guess, but I guess I don't know.
It's still
It all
to me. It's
sounds
still
fishy to me.
Yeah, it's still a weird story
The
to me.
mother side of me is like, sure.
He was drinking dam water because he was pissed. That's good. That's from Andrew Fremder. His name is Robert Weber. He's 58 years old.
He's lying.
No, I think he's really 58 years old. She didn't think that was funny.
Yeah.
So so that was that story. I've been sitting on that for a week.
For 18 days.
Not that it was really worth it, but 18 days. All right, I worked at a lumberyard. I don't know why Sallie Annie has a problem with that.
Because most people, when they either have a paper out, which you
I had that. Well, I had that first.
or they work at like Burger King, like me.
Where was your first job, Sallie Annie? Where was your first job as a kid? This is a cool topic. Maybe we should do that on Monday.
Tim, what was your first job?
What was
I'm
yours,
gonna
Ken?
guess Tim worked at
Burger King.
Wendy's.
Ken, what was your first job as a kid?
Landscaping.
Oh.
Well, really, that's fancy, isn't it?
That's
lawn
just
mowing.
you.
Oh,
that's
lawn mowing,
your
yeah.
dad telling you to get out in the backyard and mow the lawn.
Those are the days you can still walk around the neighborhood with your lawnmower and
Yeah.
cut people's lawns for $10.
One of my high school friends worked for probably the better part of a year for a landscaping company, and then he started doing it on his own after that time, and so I worked on it with him.
Yeah, I had a kid that I went to high school with. He started his own. I mean, he was like 17 years old, and he had like 14-year-olds working for him, and
good for
he
him.
wasn't even like doing anything anymore. He was like 17 years old with like
Nice.
kids mowing other people's lawns for him.
Those are the this is a good topic maybe for Monday, but I do miss kids, and that goes. I was complaining the other day about kids having more pressure in school these days, and even that the opportunities for kids to make money is less these days. You have to wait till you're 16 and get a real job. You can't get a paper out. You can't cut grass. You don't. They don't go around shoveling snow anymore or anything, and I think that's a disservice.
Agree. That actually, my mom is still in Connecticut, and she makes pretty regular mention of that. I mean, she basically has somebody that, she's got a business.
She's got a company that comes and does her driveway.
I thought
I used to shovel Mrs. Lent's driveway.
I thought you were going to say she still. What you said, she still regularly. I thought he was going to say she still regularly cuts people's lawns.
Nope. She still regularly reminds me that there just never seem to be
kids around.
I mean, it's been a while that she's had a company doing the snow stuff, and kids don't go around looking to do that.
No, they
anymore
don't.
Like they did when we were younger.
I think I was successful once getting my son to go out and knock on doors, to see if people would pay him to shovel their snow.
Yeah, he must have hated that.
And I think he did like maybe 2 or 3 houses, and he was like, "I'm going home."
Knowing Zach, he was more bothered having to knock on someone's door than actually just help them out and shovel.
Right.
He was probably like, "Can't I just shovel and not tell them about it?"
All right, so let's do this on Monday. We're gonna get out of here. Let's do this on Monday. Let's talk about Let's talk about jobs we had as teenagers, and then let's talk about. And then we'll go the opposite end and talk about what would you like to do in retirement.
Okay, so Tim used to clam, but what did he do before that?
Tim Salian also used to dig ditches for bodies.
Sprinkler.
Oh.
You know what? Okay, Tim, my first house, I was like early 20s. I dug my backyard, that tunnel that you need for a sprinkler, like myself. It's so hard. I can't imagine doing that for a living.
That's all I did my first 4 years at the phone company was dig ditches and jackhammer roads.
Really?
And yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in good shape at that time, I'll tell you that. All right. So we'll get back to that on Monday. So, yeah, he clammed. Carrie says they do in her town. What? They still pay to shovel your snow?
Or kids still go around maybe. Joan said...
Really?
Carrie lives in Pleasantville.
Joan said, sure they do. My grandsons shoveled snow this year and made some $.
Wow.
Do they really? Wow. I think most people would agree with us that kids aren't really out there. You guys sound a little too get off my lawn-ish. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
We know a lot of teenagers. I don't know any of them that would go and start shoveling people's lawn or driveways.
And then Riley says she had more money in her pocket at 15 and 16 than she does at 60. Yeah, and I'll expand on that on Monday. I do too. I made a lot of money as a kid. All right, but we're out of here. Ken Pichelle, thank you, pal.
Have a good weekend.
Where are you guys driving off to this weekend? Do you plan it or you just go on a whim?
We usually go on a whim.
Oh, cool.
He doesn't want to say because then someone's going to come rob his house.
All right, so he's not going anywhere this weekend.
What time are you going? I'm not going to tell you the 18 hours that we're just going to be, conveniently roaming around our town on foot, no one finding us, like in the North Carolina Triangle Outback. And I don't mean the restaurant.
All right, well, looking forward to hearing about your excursion on Monday.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds fun.
Thank you, pal.
I'll be in the comments still trying to figure out what I want to do when I retire. We
Sounds
thought
good.
about that a lot and we got nothing.
I hear you. All right. Have a great weekend, pal. You guys have a great weekend. It's Friday, so Films on Tap with Carla and Tim and a bunch of other guys. That's on tonight at 9 o'clock. Ken's waving. Bye, Ken. That's tonight. This weekend, don't forget Chef Felix, Sunday morning at 11. Mm-hmm. And then Sallie
Dennis's best friend.
I'm sorry, what?
Dennis's best friend.
DJ D Love's best friend. Andrew Fremder used to shovel snow also. When there was too much, I would call Tony Montana. Joe Stas, I don't get it. I go around in Florida to see if anyone needs shoveling. I have up after a few days.
Gave up.
Oh, he gave bullshit. There's no way he goes around seeing if people need shoveling.
Well, there's no shoveling in Florida.
That's right.
Oh.
Sallie,
so that's...
can I do a 15-second story?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay.
15 seconds.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm okay.
Tony, I don't want to offend you because, I asked her permission. But,
I don't care.
When we first...
I'm the one who yelled.
Yeah, it was the smart move, Ken.
Yeah.
When we first got here, it was probably around 2004, our new neighbors across the street were from Pennsylvania, and I don't know if we were out or if we may have been in Alabama. It may have been over Christmas time or something. And we got this snowstorm, and our neighbors let us know that they went ahead and shoveled our driveway or whatever. And we then had to we're thanking them.
Was it like a bellhop? They were like, I carried your bags. Thank you. Have a good day.
No, not at all. We were just attempting to thank them profusely while delicately explaining, that was less than 3 inches. This is North Carolina. That was going to be melted by tomorrow afternoon, but thanks.
But thanks for that.
Were they transplanted New Yorkers?
They're from
Jersey.
Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
We covered it all.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Massachusetts.
All right, here we go. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Keep it locked at govsradio.com. You can, even if the shows aren't live, you can go back and watch replays. And please keep on liking and sharing and copying and hearting and all that good stuff. Sallie and I will be back here with Dr. Admin.